Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, my hometown, Luansha, Yarrow Avenue, Mlishani Wonse. Good evening and welcome to Thursday Night Motivation on TV, Bakwetu. And this is Frank Saliki. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a wonderful week thus far in everything that you've been doing. I hope it's been a productive week. I hope it's been a week that you've been able to reflect on things that we want in our lives. So many people go through life without ever reflecting on what they wanted to do in their life, what they want to achieve. Last Friday, I was having a conversation with a group of young people, and I said, "So, what have you learned this week? What are you going to reflect on and learn from it so that you can grow from whatever you've gone through?" And they kind of looked at me with this blank look, in their eyes, almost like, "What reflection? What is all of that? What's that all about?" In order to change anything in our lives, we have to evaluate the things that we do. We have to evaluate what has got us there. We have to ask ourselves, where am I and what have I done to be where I am today? And this is the reason I've picked the topic this evening's hour, and it is a focus on feeling good rather than looking good. We're living in a world where everybody else wants to show off what they have, what they can do, where they have been, where they've gone. Remember the days when we used to go home and we locked the world behind us? Those days are long gone. Those days are long gone. We carry the world with us everywhere. We carry the world with us everywhere we go. We take everybody with us. With social media, we're constantly connected. We know when people go on holidays. We know what people are having for supper because people decide they're going to share whatever they're doing. Because the world is now so focused on looking good. In everything that you do, look good, dress well. I can tell you one of the worst experiences in my life, I probably had them wearing the most expensive suit in the building. When I started working and I was going through the difficult experience and suffering bullying in workplace, I still had the best suit on because for me, it was about looking good. For me, it was all about looking good in everything that I did. The pictures you saw on Facebook was all about me looking good. I created a life out there that says I've got the perfect life and I've got the perfect world. So that's what I was showing the world. This is my life. This is the perfect life that I have. Because we create filters in everything that we do. We create filters. We can show the world the life that we want them to see. We can hide the life that we don't want the world to know about and see. We can hide our insecurities. We can hide our shortcomings. We can say we're doing a lot better than we think we are. We can say I've got this wonderful career and look how much I'm doing. And people will look at you and say, you know what, I admire that person. That person has got too much. I'm a bit older, starting to lose hair. So I'm a little bit wiser when it comes to how people operate. The two things that drive everything that we do, that's pain, the desire to gain pleasure and the battle to avoid pain. We all don't want pain. Nobody says, I like pain in my life. We all don't want pain. We all want pleasure. So some people then will portray this wonderful life that they have by saying, I've got this and the other, I've done this and the other, and I've achieved that, this and the other. Because why are they doing the things that they're doing? Why do people come on social media, show their life and everything else that they're doing? What are they looking for? What is it they're looking for? People try to look good so that they can feel good. If in my 23-year-old mind, if I had the best suit in the building, I'll feel good about myself. I will be a lot happier. It was not the suit that I wanted. It's not to become the smartest person in the building that I wanted. It was to feel good that I wanted. And those are the things that we want. One of my mentors is one of the most intelligent people I know. He is British, but he knows so much. I remember the first time I met him, he does his research, and he asked me where were you born, and I went Zambia, and he goes, is that where in Zambia were you born? I went Luansha. Is that on the Copper Belt? He's never traveled to Zambia, but he knows his stuff. And this man is so intelligent, but he doesn't go and buy the best. When you see the two of us, I had the best suit, he didn't. I had the best shoes, he didn't. I had the best watch, he didn't. But he was so comfortable in his own skin, and I started looking at him and started thinking, I want to be that comfortable in my own skin. I want to be that comfortable in my own skin. I want to go in the world and feel that I can represent me. I can show the world a true me. There's a song we used to sing when I was doing my A levels in school, and it used to say, every day people in their own sweet way like to add a coat of paint and be what they're not. Every day we see people go out there and act. Some people who behave like they've got all the money in the world, but inside of them, they're thinking, how am I going to feed my children? How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to do that and the other? Because so a long time ago, we started playing a game. When we were children, we used to play a game, follow the leader. Never mind following the leader. Everybody's following the follower these days. Everybody looks around and think, are they going to like me? Am I going to fit in? Why does that matter? What if you don't fit in? What if they don't like you? We're wearing this uniform of conformity. And I tell you what, that is the problem in our today's society, is to conform. The majority of people don't like it, so it must be bad. The majority of people are not doing, so it must be bad. The majority of people are not excited by it, so I cannot do it. My friend, what I'm trying to tell you this evening is there's a gift that was given to you. Other people won't see it for you because it was given to you. And there's a wonderful feeling that you're going to have when you wake on your dream and you achieve your dream. When you're able to look back at what you've done, where you've come from, and what you've achieved. Listen, by the time I was 24, I had a manuscript of my first book, Arise and Shine. But even then, I didn't think it was good enough because other people told me, you're only 24 years old. What do you think you know? Incidentally, I knew enough to write a book that has helped change more than 100 people's lives. I knew enough to write a book that's changed more than 1,000 people's lives. I knew enough to be able to present in front of people. I knew enough to be able to be invited to speak in front of different boards in different organizations. But even though I was doing all those wonderful things, I still had something that was missing. You know, I stopped focusing on feeling good. And my focus went on looking good. And when your focus is constantly on looking good, you're never going to feel great about yourself. Because in the world that we live in, there's always going to be somebody who does not like what you're doing. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't think you fit in. There's always going to be somebody who looks at you and thinking, no, you are not good enough. There's always going to be somebody who's going to criticize what you're doing. No matter what you do, no matter how great a job you do, to them, you're just simply not going to look good to them. And if you are depending on looking good, and if your happiness depends on looking good to others, you're one step to losing at the game of life. Because the people who succeed in life are the people who say, I will do what I want to do. I will do what I know I need to do. I will do what I know I was born to do. When I made a decision to say I wanted to be a motivation speaker, I wanted to be an author, a lot of people said, not you, not you. But even after I became an author, when I wrote my first book, Arise and Shine, I wanted to look good with it. I wanted to look good. Instead of just celebrating my success, I wanted to go, look, this is my book. Come on, can you come and congratulate me? Surprise, surprise, some people didn't. Some people criticized it before they even read it. Some people said you can never go anywhere. You're never going to sell a lot anyway. Because my focus was not on how can I celebrate my success and how can I use this to propel me to the next level of my life. My focus was how can I make other people come and celebrate me? How can I make other people come and bow before me and say, congratulations, Mr. Saliki, for what you've done. Here's the thing, the word didn't. And because I focused so much on what other people who did not like the work, other people who did not think I was good enough, other people who criticized my work without ever reading it, I missed out on an opportunity to celebrate those people who picked up my book and they changed their lives. I missed an opportunity to be walking around with so many people to understand what they learned from my book and how they were feeling. I missed out on those moments. I was so focused on feeling good. If somebody who did not like me said they liked my book, instead of how many people was my book helping. And my friends, this is the problem that we have today in our society. We focus so much on things that are irrelevant. We focus so much on fitting in. We focus so much on being liked. Yes, we all like it. No, but you know what? If I have to tell you that I don't like it, I don't mind not being liked. Nobody likes being liked, right? Nobody likes being liked. Nobody likes not being liked. It just doesn't happen. As human beings, we like it when people like us. We like it when people like us. I love it when I see some love and some likes coming through on the screen. I like it when I see some people commenting positively. I like it. And I have to say, sometimes I don't like it so much when I see somebody post a negative comment. There's some times where I feel like I want to respond to that because we naturally don't. Obviously, I don't. But we naturally don't like people who don't like us. We naturally don't like people not liking what we're doing. We naturally don't like people not liking us because of what we stand for as human beings. We're just that way inclined. But the problem comes when not being liked takes you away from doing what you are born to do. The problem comes in when not being liked takes you away from your destiny. My friends, what we have to understand in this world, we're created for something. We're given a gift to come and use. We're given a gift to come and use, but we're not using it because we're focusing on trying to feel good. Your clothes will never change how you feel inside. Okay? Your clothes will never change the way you feel inside. The car you drive will never change the way you feel inside. I remember I was doing a case study with a group of young people, and we're exploring how many millionaires have died over the years, and they've not taken any of their wealth with them. But when we came, we're looking at how many millionaires have taken their own lives. The people who made us laugh. I think of Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire. You remember? He was brilliant. Robin Williams was absolutely brilliant. He made us laugh. He made the whole world laugh. He made the whole world happy. But he did not make Robin Williams happy. He made everybody happy, but he did not make himself happy. And today we're living in the world where so many people are focused on making other people happy for them to like them, that they have neglected their own happiness. That they have forgotten to make themselves happy. They have forgotten to put themselves number one. They have forgotten to put themselves first in everything that they do. My friends, when we look at our lives and we start asking questions, what do I need? What do I want in my life? What do I want for me? I know every time everybody just says, you know what, everybody always say, I've got a friend of mine who always used to say, you know what, I can't focus on me because the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I looked him straight in the eye and I said, if you love me the way you love yourself, I don't want to be your friend. And that made him stop for a while. My friends, in all that we do we use our gifts? Do we use our talents? Do we propel ourselves to a new level? Do we focus on feeling good rather than looking good? When you focus on feeling good, you become a little bit more self-centered. I don't mean selfish before people say anything. I mean self-centered. When you wake up in the morning, you're thinking, what is my day going to look like? You spend time to reflect, you meditate, you are in control of your day. You come down there, you have your whatever you have in the morning, you're in control. Your commute to work, your bus journey to work, you are in control of what you're doing because you're waking up. This is what I need to do today. This is what is to do it today. You're internal. When you focus on looking good, you're thinking, if I wear this tie, is anyone going to make a comment about it? Are people going to like this? Shall I change this? Shall I change the shoes? Or shall I pick a different handbag today? Or shall I wear a different tie or different color socks or this color shoes? What are people going to comment about my belt and all of that? So you wake up in the morning and you're solely focused on what the world is going to think about you. What the world is going to say about you. How the world is not going to like you. And what happens, my friends? You stop yourself away from doing the things that you wanted to do. I used to go to work with the best suit on, with the best tie on. I used to spend my morning trying to work out what I'm going to wear, make sure everything is color coordinated. And by the time I got home, I was absolutely demotivated. Sometimes I stumbled home at night discouraged, dragging my battered dreams behind and wondering why the fight was even worth the fighting. Because I was in the fight that I should not have been in. Listen, the whole world is fighting this whole world about just, I want to be liked. I want to be the main man. A few days ago, somebody in our office made a decision that they're going to look for a new job. However, they realized that a lot of people in their team liked them. And I remember this young man sitting there, and I'm asking him, are you going for your interview? Because it was an online interview, as everything is at the moment with COVID. And he looked up and he said, nah, I changed my mind. But I knew why he changed his mind. He gave an explanation, but for me, I knew exactly why he changed his mind. Because the majority of the people in the team tend to him and say, you can't leave, we rely on you. And to him, the fact that other people relied on the reliance of other people swayed him. And he did not make the choice he needed to make. So, my friends, when it comes to changing our lives, we have to remember that we have to focus on feeling good rather than looking good. Looking good, my friend, everybody plays this game. Every day, sometimes you have to look and think, what is behind the facade? I don't want you to go through life as a facade. I don't want you to wake up every morning and wear a coat of paint and be what you are not. I want you to go through life to be the best that you can, the best version of you can be, knowing every single day you're doing the best that you can. You have to understand that every day that finishes, today is a day out of your life gone. That's you are one day less. Today, that's a day out of your life gone. You have to ask yourself, am I using my days to feel good, to enjoy life, to do wonderful things, to take my life to a new level? Or am I just using my life to look good and pretend to be what I'm not? You got something special. You've got greatness in you. You are put here for a purpose. So in all that you do, make sure that you do the very best that you can. You do the very best that you can to take your life to a new level. You do the very best that you can to make sure that you're enjoying you're having a wonderful life in everything that you're doing. It's important you understand that you are here to be what you are meant to be. But so many people are, because they're playing a game that's called follow the follower. I always say this, everybody wants to be like everybody else, but everybody else doesn't know what everybody is, because everyone is playing the same game. Seriously, listen to this. Everyone is playing the same game. Everybody wants to look good. Everybody wants to be liked. The majority of people that you surround yourself in are just as insecure as you. They just want to be liked. They want to fit in. They want everybody to compliment them. And everybody's playing the exact same game. But you have to be brave enough to stand up and say, I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to be playing follow the follower. I am going to be a leader of my life, and hope some people are going to be following this great leader. The great people in this world are the people who go to places where there is no path and they create one. Not only do they create one, they leave a trail. You are designed for accomplishment. You are engineered for success, and you are endowed with a seed of greatness. So, my friend, go out there and use that seed. Plant that seed, fertilize that seed, water that seed, so that it can give you the life that was given to you. If you use your talents, if you use your gifts will open doors that you never thought were possible. If you use your gift, you're going to go places where people never thought you would go. So many people are not using their gifts. So many people are not using their talents. For what good are gifts and talents if you're not using them? For what purpose is your life if you're not using the gift that you want? What is the purpose of this gift called life if you do not wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to do everything on my own terms? I'm going to live the life that I want, not the life that other people around me think I should. But I will go and create the life that I know I must have. Go out there, be the winner that you were born to be. Remember, as much as you dream, so can you be.